When you learn to avoid these 3 mistakes, your business will skyrocket. You'll be able to make sales on demand. So you have an offer that you want to sell online, but for some reason, even though people buy things online all the time, people just aren't purchasing from you. So why is that? Well, it comes down to 3 common mistakes that are really easy traps to fall into, but are rectifiable. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to avoid them so that you can start making sales.
Yay!
Hey, this is Leah Rae from ToddandLeahRae.com, and if this is the first time you are finding our channel, we are here to help you online entrepreneurs create the time freedom and the leverage that you and your family truly deserve. So if that is what you are looking for, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Now, what are the 3 biggest mistakes that are preventing you from making sales in your business? Well, number 3 is that you are not reaching enough of the right people with your message. This is kind of a 2-parter. You need to get enough people in front of your offer, also referred to as traffic. This is a pretty common understanding. If you make a Facebook post and only 5 people see it, yeah, it's pretty unlikely that you'll be making any sales from that. But there is a difference between just getting a bunch of random people in front of your message and getting the right people in front of your message. So who are the right people? Well, people who are most likely to take out their credit cards and make a purchase.
Here's my credit card.
Because while you may feel that everyone needs this product or service, in reality, not everyone will be willing to purchase it. So you need to be focused in on just those who are most likely to purchase. Doing so will allow you to craft an effective message that really speaks to them. The more specific your message, the more they will feel that you are speaking to them personally, that you understand what they're looking for, so you are more likely to get a sale. Imagine that you have a very high-tech, high-end gaming computer that you're selling. If you run an ad in your local newspaper, yes, a lot of people may see that ad. But how many people are likely to actually make a purchase? Probably very few. Frankly, gamers are unlikely to read the newspaper, and those are the people who are most likely to purchase your computer. Now, the folks that are reading the newspaper, they may find it somewhat interesting. They probably won't be interested enough to make a purchase.
Chief, I just read online the newspaper business is officially dead.
Now compare that newspaper ad to running an ad on, say, a gaming channel on YouTube or within a gaming forum online instead. Now that is something that you can get some sales with. You are getting your message out to the people who are most likely to be willing to purchase, and that should be your goal as a marketer. So if you are not making the number of sales that you want, the first thing you should look at is if you're reaching enough of the right people with your message. And yes, this may mean that you need to start leveraging paid advertising if your organic message isn't reaching enough people. Just remember, the more specific, the better. Mistake number 2, you aren't building enough of the know, like, and trust factor. People will only buy from those they know, like, and trust. If they don't know, like, or trust you, they're not going to be making any purchases. Just think about Amazon.
Oh, I'll check Amazon.
Personally, I shop on Amazon all the time. I actually think I have 3 packages arriving today. But why do I do that? Because I know, like, and I trust them. Amazon is a known entity. They've been around for several years now, and it's a really huge, very public company, and I know Amazon. I also like Amazon. I love the fact that I can pull up my app on my phone the moment I know that I need to purchase something, select an item, and have it sitting on my doorstep the next day or maybe the day after. I also love that I can use their search functionality to find exactly what I'm looking for instead of wandering around stores hoping to see that they might have what I want. I definitely like Amazon. And I also trust Amazon. I know that if I purchase something that doesn't work for me, I can return it. I trust that they have a secure website. I trust their customer service, and I know that they are legit. So I buy from Amazon because I know, like, and I trust them. You can ask yourself about whatever place you like to buy from most, and you'll find the same answer. It's because you know, like, and trust them. Think about it. Have you ever run across a Facebook ad for something that looked interesting, but when you got on the website, you chose not to purchase? Maybe the website didn't look too professional. Maybe you could tell that the seller didn't really speak English well, or that there were some not good reviews, or maybe you found some complaints.
I changed my mind.
You didn't do it because you didn't know, like, and trust them enough to make a purchase, even though you were interested in the product. I've done this myself. So how do you build the know, like, and trust factor? Well, there are some easy things you should definitely do, like having a professional looking website and a professional looking social media presence and making sure that you fully edit and proof everything that you put out there to avoid obvious errors. You can also have a very nice, polished, and professional looking brand to help tie it all together. But there are some things that you may not yet be doing, like getting putting your face in front of a video. Shooting video with your face and your voice is one of the fastest ways to build that know, like, and trust factor. People are able to see you are a real person. They get a feel for who you are and your personality. Now, you should also be providing value to your audience and not just always pushing towards a sale. When it comes to the internet and social media in particular, it's a good rule of thumb that at least 80% of your content or posts should be pure value, meaning they don't push towards a sale, and 20% or less to be promotional. So what is considered value? Well, that value can come in the form of entertainment or information, but think about what they would find helpful.
Interesting.
When it comes to providing useful information, ask yourself what would help them out? What would help them overcome a struggle they are facing, help them achieve a goal that they have? Anything that does that would be great information to give them and would really help build the know, like, and trust factor. And the good news is that you don't have to be an expert and come up with all of this yourself. You can simply bring the information that you find elsewhere on the internet to them. Now, doing anything that builds your authority as a leader in your industry, in your space, or in your niche, that is always going to help build the know, like, and trust factor. One of the easiest ways that you can build your authority is by borrowing it from others in the form of interviews. You can reach out to known leaders in your industry and interview them. When people watch those interviews, they will start to associate the level of authority that those leaders have with you. And now finally, mistake number 1, you are not effectively communicating that you have a solution to their problem. This is a huge mistake and we see it all the time. People are trying to promote something and they typically do one of two things. 1, they talk about what the thing is, or 2, they talk about it from their own perspective, like what I want to do, or even frame it as a favor to them to help them reach some of their goals. This is not going to resonate with anybody. I mean, sure, if you have a really nice mom, maybe she's gonna buy, but that's about it.
Lady, you are the best mom ever.
You need to understand what problems your potential customers face, what are their frustrations, what are the pains they're trying to avoid, and what are the goals that you're trying to accomplish. Once you understand that, you can frame your offer as a way to help them out. Talk about not what it is, but instead of what it will do for them. How will it help them overcome their struggles, avoid pain, or reach a goal? When you learn how to effectively do this, you will start raking in the sales.
Make money, money, make money, money, money.
Now, a good way to check yourself when you're crafting your message is seeing if you're using the word I or the word you. You should always be saying you way more than I, because in the end, when it comes to making a purchase decision, people don't really care about you. They only care how something will affect them. So always work with them and understand how they will benefit from making that purchase. When you learn how to avoid all 3 of these mistakes, your business will skyrocket. If you get your message in front of enough of the right people, if you've built up enough know, like, and trust with those people, and if you frame your offer as a solution that can help them, then you'll be able to make sales on demand and your business is now humming along.
Yay!
Now, out of all of this, the skill that you should focus on the most, as it's one of the highest paying skills in the entire marketplace and will help you in virtually all aspects of your business, is learning how to craft your message in a way that will really resonate with your audience and moves them towards making a purchase. This is called copywriting. And I recently published a complete tutorial video really teaching you how to do this well so that you can hone your skills. You should see that video training in the upper right corner of your screen or as the top link in the description. Click on that video and watch it next. Again, this is Leah Rae from ToddandLeahRae.com, and I'll see you soon.
Goodbye.